Okay, so here we're going to talk about our major scale. We just talked a little bit about whole steps and half steps in a previous video. So if you don't know what whole steps are and half steps are, I would double check that video first. Um, so a scale is a selection of certain notes within an octave. And in our chorus class, we talk about a major scale, and we think about solfege: do re mi fa sol la ti la sol fa mi re do. That is our major scale. Um, it has a certain combination of whole steps and half steps that never change. For example, here you see that it says whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That is always the case for a major scale. So from, excuse my terrible handwriting on the computer, from do to re is a whole step, from re to mi is a whole step, from mi to fa is a half step. And I think that one's really interesting because do to re mi fa, if you think about it, it points down like it really, really wants to go down to mi because it's so close. Fa to so is a whole step, so to la whole step, la to ti whole step, and ti to do half step. And again, that half step, if you're doing your hand sign, so la ti is really, really wanting to go to do. It's even pointing there. So fa to mi and ti to do are your half steps, and those hand signs really help me remember that. Oh, now I have to erase my beautiful solfege. So if I were to just start on white keys, as this image here shows, from do to re would be a whole step. So I know that a whole step is two half steps. So half step, half step. So from do to re, that would be my whole step. Now I'm going from re to mi, which it says over here is a whole step. So two half steps equal whole step. So this is re, half step, which means a whole step up to mi. Then mi to fa you can see over here, and you can also remember it because fa points down. Mi to fa is a half step, so I just go up one note. Fa to so is a whole step, so to la is a whole step, la to ti is a whole step. If you're watching these words down here, it talks about the note names on the piano. We haven't talked that much about the piano. So if you don't know the note names, it's not that big of a deal. The biggest thing that people remember is they say, find the two notes, go one to the left, or find the two black keys, go one to the left, and that's C. And from there, C is the most common note that everybody knows. From there, you can figure it out: C, D, E, F, G, whatever, etc. So we just ended on T. That's T we're looking at right there if we're starting on C major. That's T. T to do is a half step. We know that because it says it right there, but also because T points up to do. So T to do is a half step, so we just go up one key. C major are all the keys I just showed: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If you're thinking in solfege, because we started on this note, that's our do, re, mi, fa, etc. I think he's going to play it for us. Okay. You can also start in different places. So this example is going to start us on this note right here. If you are thinking about your note names, that would be E flat. But we haven't talked so much about flats and sharps yet, so we're starting on this note right here. That is our new do. So whole step, half step, whole step, half step, if we can remember that. From here, we need to go up two for a whole step. That's re, and then to mi, up two notes to make another whole step. Then mi to fa is a half step. Fa to so, up two notes, whole step. So to la, whole step. La to ti, whole step. Ti to do, just up a half step. So you can pick any note on the piano. So if you want to take some time and practice that, start on this note, start on that note, start on this note. Pick a note and see if you can work your way up the scale. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Major scale is always that way. Don't worry about this stuff over here. We haven't talked that much about that.